In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to add conditions to Zaps with filters in Zapier. Start by going to zapier.com and signing into your account. From the main dashboard, look to the left sidebar and open the Assets section. This is where Zapier organizes things like your Zaps, making it easy to find what you've already built. Click Zaps to view the full list, then select the Zap you want to control with a condition. It's helpful to choose one with a working trigger and recent sample data because the filter will test against that sample. Inside the editor, locate the space between your trigger and the next action. Hover there to reveal the plus icon and click it to add a new step. From the options, choose Filter by Zapier. A filter stops the Zap unless your data meets the rule you define, which helps you save tasks and keep only the right information moving forward. In the filter setup, first choose the field you want to check. This field comes from the trigger or a previous step, things like status, email, tag, amount, or any other data Zapier pulled in. Use the search bar if you have a long list so you can find the exact field quickly. Next, pick the condition. Choose equals for an exact match, contains for partial text, greater than or less than for numbers, and exists or does not exist to check for blanks. If you're comparing text, match capitalization and spacing exactly. For numbers, don't include symbols or commas unless your field stores them as text. When working with dates, make sure the format in your sample matches the format your condition expects. Now enter the value you want Zapier to use for the comparison. For example, a specific status, a minimum dollar amount, or a keyword that must appear. Use real sample values so your test is meaningful and mirrors what will happen when the Zap runs live. When you're done, click Continue. Zapier will test the filter with your sample and tell you whether it would have passed or stopped. If it stops unexpectedly, revisit the field, operator, or value and adjust until the outcome matches your intent. Once it passes, your filter is ready and will control whether the downstream action runs. From here, your Zap will only continue when that condition is met. For more nuanced logic, you can add multiple rules within the same filter and set them to all match or any match. Place filters early in your Zap to avoid unnecessary actions and keep automations efficient. Finally, review the visual flow to confirm the filter sits between your trigger and the action you want to protect.